And we're live, Richie, right?
That's right, on
Yeah.
time.
Beauty and the Beast Jiu-Jitsu. And you think that was funny?
Beast.
Yeah.
Apparently.
She is a beast, actually, a jiu-jitsu beast.
Yeah,
but,
I've seen.
yeah. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. So today we are going to be doing a technique called trap and roll. Trap and roll, you'll see why it's called that in a little bit. But in our basic self-defense program, we have only two techniques when you're underneath the mount. And we'll explain what that position is in a minute. So it's a trap and roll and the elbow escape. We're actually going to show you a little bit of each one. But let's say that I'm the bad guy, she's the good girl, all right? And I'm really upset with her. I got her down here. She knew that she should only buy one package of paper towels during this time, but she tried to get two. So I'm the mean store manager. And I'm like, listen, I told you, one package. She's not going to have anything up about it, so she grabs, goes, takes me over. All right, then she goes and grabs that extra roll.
I'll have two.
So here we go. Let's talk about it. All right, I'm in this mount position, knee on either side of my partner. And there's some variations that we're going to show you guys. This first one we call it standard. This could be from me holding her shoulders down, grabbing the neck, right? But she's going to grab the wrist, grab the tricep of the same arm, trap the foot of the same side, bridge, and over the top. Now when she gets here, she's going to posture up right away and start throwing down something to get her out of there. Elbows in this case, hands on my hips, pops up. We call that base get up, and she's out of there. Let's break it down just a little bit more. Always helps. So I've got the position, right? My indicators, I'm holding her down. She's going to cross grab, meaning taking her arm to the opposite side, and she's going to grab by using a thumbless grip. Sometimes we call it a monkey grip. On my same arm, so that she can trap that, she's going to take her other hand, and she's going to grab with a C grip, kind of like she's grabbing a cup of water, and her elbow's in. Now to really secure this whole side of my body, she's going to take her foot, the same side, and she just puts it on the outside of my ankle, and she lets her knee just fall toward the mat. So she has this whole side of my body trapped. Her other foot goes to the mat, right? She moves her head a little bit, and by bridging her hips up and over, she takes me over. Okay, now she lets go, postures up, and just starts throwing techniques so that she can create a little bit of space so that she can hands on the hips and pop up. And this is a technique that you'll use forever and ever. It's one of the best techniques in jiu-jitsu from the standpoint of you're in one of the worst positions possible. And even if it doesn't work, which we're going to address in a minute, or in a few minutes, it's just the initial move that we're going to do almost all of the time. So let's break this down just a little bit more, right? I've got her. So she's going to reach across and grab, we call this a thumbless grip or a monkey grip. And she does that because that gives her the best grip on me from taking my hand from where it is now out to the side. Now I could pull it back here, but she's going to stop that motion by taking her other hand and grabbing a C grip and the elbows coming in. All right? And she's just connecting. She's securing her body to my arm. Super tight. Now she's going to take her leg of the same side of my body that she has the arm on. She finds my foot and she just drops her knee. All right? So she has everything here secured. Now she's going to take her other leg. I know you can't see this. We're not going to switch around right now, but she's going to put her foot on the mat real close to her rear end on the inside of my foot. She'll move her head a little bit when it's time to go, and she goes 100%. We're not going to do that in the video today, but she's going to bridge her hips up high to get me off balance, and she continues going over. She's up top. Okay, now from here, this person might be grabbing, so she's going to posture up quick, throws an elbow, throws another elbow, hands on the hips. Okay, and she's out. All right, and that's a standard variation, right? It involves what we talk about in jiu-jitsu all the time, which is efficiency, natural body movements, and just a little bit of course, timing and leverage. Right? Anything else on that?
No.
Okay, super important. All right, so Keeri's down. This time the indicator, what I'm going to do on her is going to change a little bit. So we're going to change our response slightly. On this one, we call it a wrist pin variation, right? So bad guy got the person's wrists down. So let's show it to you quick and we'll go through it a little bit. Excellent. All right. So the bad guy secured the wrist and he's holding down, giving demands, right? And if you feel that it's time to go, because you may be okay right here. I mean, you may feel like you don't have to get out of there, but when it's time, she's going to turn her head and bring her wrists from where they are down here at the same time. So she's taking away my base and it's going to force me to put my hands out on the mat, so my head doesn't hit the mat. Okay? So she turns her head and bridges, my hands hit. Immediately she grabs onto my waist and puts her head up tight. It's nice and tight for distance management so I can't get in there. She kind of climbs up my back like a monkey a tree. She keeps her backhand on my waist and she grabs my front arm here. Good. And now she's going to punch up and bridge. Beautiful. Okay? And then she could get out, yeah. So let's go over one more time, Keeri. No. So here we go, you guys. I've got here, right? And this is really tough. I mean, if she doesn't know what to do from here, she's going to struggle. She's not going to be strong enough to lift her arms, right? But she is going to be strong enough to take her hips and bump me forward. And as she does that, it's going to bring my weight over my hands and allow her to bring her hands down to the side, right? So all that's going to kind of happen fast. We'll do it a little bit slow, but you'll got to kind of watch. So as she bumps, I'm going to go forward. She turns her head for safety, right? Because I'm coming down hard. Don't want to land on her face. She grabs onto my waist and brings her head up. She kind of just shimmies up my back as far as she can. She continues to hug with the back arm, and her front arm is going to go inside if it can and around. And she's got my arm. I make sure that I take my hand here and I just keep it cupped so I don't hurt my fingers. And now she just keeps this foot, goes to the inside of my foot. She's trapping here, and she goes. Good. All right? Cool. Any questions, you guys? If you're watching this live, throw your questions in there, and Richie can let us know what they are. And certainly, if you're not watching the live, throw them in the comment section, and we can answer them a little bit later. Okay, so one more. And in all the classes that we do, when we do this trap and roll, one of the most frequent questions we get is what happens if they're holding my hair, grabbing my hair, right? And women, understandably so, are concerned with that, where me, I am not concerned with that.
Really?
Yeah, Richie's laughing there. So, I've got the hand grabbing the hair. So it's already locked in there. She's going to make sure it stays there. So she grabs my arm and just secures it to her own head. She's going to trap my foot just like before, right? This other foot goes to the inside of my foot, and she does exactly what she did before. So she bridges and rolls. Now this time when I go over, I may still be holding her hair. So she swims her hand to the inside, right on my throat. Good. Now her elbows are going to come from there. Good. And got it. Perfect. Okay. So just another cool little variation. Do it one more time. All right, so in here, you guys, she's grabbing my wrist and my forearm, and she's securing it right to her body. So even if I move, she's stuck with me. She's going to trap the foot, therefore trapping two legs, right, of a four-leg table, both of these sides. So when she bridges now, I'm going to go over. She bridges. Now I still have the hair, and if I don't, she would just get out. But if I do, she swims. Let's turn it this way so they can see over here. So her outside hand is going to swim underneath my forearm to my throat. She puts her freed hand now, her right side in this case, on my hip. She postures up a little bit, and now here comes those elbows. Good. And you can even do those sound effects. Cool. All right. What else on that one? Anything?
I guess just for the once you're on top. So if you want to lay down. So if we're here, so you get my hair still. An easy way to remember which arm kind of swims under and through is the same side as the grabbing arm of the bad guy. Because I know a lot of people get mixed up on which one, because this one's free.
Mm-hmm.
So just remember to go under their arm, posture on their neck, other one, or post on their neck, hip.
That arm's straight, so there's no way,
so
even if I come
out.
up, I can't come up.
Yeah, if they get up, if they're trying to get up, they're just choking themselves, so it's
Yeah.
just a little plus.
Perfect.
And then that's when you'll strike and then get out.
Awesome. Excellent. And you guys, we're trying to keep these videos, to 12 or 15 minutes, you know. So we're not going through all of the details. Certainly if you're a student of ours or if you have access to graceuniversity.com, get on your Women Empowered section and you can watch, you know, see all the details, or certainly if you're in class, we'll go over them a little bit more. But if we wanted to tie this technique into the techniques that we did, the technique that we did on Wednesday, or the techniques, which was the power frame guard get up to the triangle. So let's see how that might happen. So if you remember earlier, when we started teaching this, I said that there's only 2 techniques that we teach from underneath the mount. And they're the most common techniques, the most successful. We teach these in the co-ed class, the Greasy Combatives class too. This person on top might be so wide or have his base out, and a trap and roll, he pulls his arm out or whatever. So we have another technique up our sleeve called the elbow escape. So let's show you the elbow escape one time, and then we'll tie it into the last class that we just did. So she tries that trap and roll, but I'm wide. And now she goes elbow escape. Perfect. Okay? So she's still underneath the fight, but she's in what we call the guard position. So if you have to be underneath the fight, it's the best place that we can be until we tire the person out and figure out a way to get out of there. So let's go over nice and slow one time and we'll detail it from there. So she tries to trap and roll. We're going to standard variation. I'm out. I'm very wide, so she couldn't take me over. Now she grabs the back, she slides underneath, and she goes to what we call an elbow escape. Yep, but you can continue. Because we're not going to teach this whole technique. We'll have that coming at you in another class, and she's in guard. Now from here, if you remember Wednesday's class, and feel free to go back and look, she's going to do the power frame, meaning I'm super tight. She can't push me away. So she sneaks her hand in, her back hand in. She frames on it. She strimps out. She gets her bottom foot in, her top knee in. Right? I'm reaching. She grabs. She tries to kick out, but she can't. Right? And she comes up and throws the triangle on. Go ahead and finish it here. All right, so let's do that maybe just a little bit quicker, but still slow enough where you guys can all see it. So trap and roll. Let's move it down a little bit. So trap and roll. She tries it. I get my arm out. Right away she goes to elbow escape. It's immediate, right? And I tie everything here so she starts that power frame right away. Moves out. Good. She goes right to the triangle. Bam. Got it. Oh, man, perfect. Okay, one more time. Let's give it one more. It really goes so good. Okay, so let's get a little different angle here. All right, you guys, let's do the variation where I had the wrist pin. Okay, you do the same thing. She can't get it. She tries, right? But I'm here. Elbow escapes right away. Yep, elbow escape. There you go. Yep. Trap, she can't get out. She needs a little help. She gets that power frame in. Good. All right. I'd show you again, but I don't have the oxygen. So, you guys are looking for extra Kleenex, paper towels, toilet paper seem to be the hot commodities, right? Somebody gives you a hard time, you just tell them that, you know, you watched our video and not to mess with you. So seriously, guys, we're so glad when you guys can watch these, and we love teaching, and everybody's in such a weird time right now. So we'll keep these coming. If you like it, hit the like or message us, and we'll keep them coming at you. Anything else, honey?
Nope.
All right, see you guys.